It's time for GMA3, Emotional Testimony.
Do you know if they had an au pair before you were their au pair?
Yeah.
Who was that?
It was Amanda.
In an alleged double murder, a Virginia family's au pair taking the stand, accused of helping her boss-turned-lover carry out the elaborate plot to kill his wife and frame an unsuspecting stranger. The Oscars race is heating up. Leonardo DiCaprio, Timothée Chalamet, the new clues, and who will come out on top. We're all in this together. After 20 years, we're celebrating the milestone for High School Musical with director Kenny Ortega and star Monique Coleman, how the beloved musical is still having an impact and inspiring younger generations. And we've got a sweet treat. Chef Jamie Oliver is here making us healthy and delicious desserts from his new cookbook. It's time for GMA3.
From ABC News headquarters in New York City, this is GMA3.
Oh, that made me hungry for some lunch there with Jamie Oliver. That's going to be really, really good. Hello, everyone. I'm Will Reed.
And I'm Janae Norman here with Ariana and Allie. So glad that you could join us on this Wednesday.
Yes, we have a great show. Jamie Oliver with some desserts. Also, Tori Johnson is here with deals and steals for your kitchen and your home. And the savings start as low as $7, you guys. Oh, yes, very low. And they're all from small businesses, which we love.
Also ahead, we are tracking the latest on the nurses strike right here in New York City.
Yeah, Ariana, you've been covering that story. But we do begin with the Virginia father accused of double murder, including stabbing his wife to death in an elaborate plot to run away with the couple's au pair. Now, that woman taking the stand as the trial began, and Morgan Norwood is here on the couch with us here with the story. What's going on here, Morgan?
Guys, what a disturbing story here. Allegations of an affair, a fake online identity, and a stranger lured into a deadly setup, all to avoid divorce and a bitter custody battle. Today, we are hearing from that au pair turned mistress who is taking the stand against her former boss, who she says was the mastermind behind it all.
A Virginia family's au pair accused of helping her boss-turned-lover carry out a bizarre double murder plot, breaking down on the witness stand.
Do you know if they had an au pair before you were their au pair?
Yeah.
Who was that?
It was Amanda.
In court, prosecutors questioning 25-year-old Brazilian au pair Juliana Perez Magalhães on what they allege was a months-long plan to kill her employer, Brendan Banfield's wife, Christine Banfield, and to frame an unsuspecting stranger for the crime.
What specifically was his plan to get rid of her?
Initially, he didn't really know what he would do. He just mentioned that he was thinking about it.
What did you think when he told you that?
At first, I thought he was joking.
Prosecutors say Brendan Banfield and Magalhães used a fake online profile on a sex website, pretending to be his wife Christine, and luring Joseph Ryan to their family's home, where they killed them both. They say Ryan was shot multiple times, Christine stabbed to death, with scenes staged to look like a break-in. The defense pushing back, arguing Magalhães maintained her innocence until prosecutors offered her a sweet deal in exchange for her testimony.
The whole reason she was arrested was to flip her against my client.
Jurors also hearing from multiple forensic experts and first responders. 40-year-old Banfield emotional as the chilling 911 calls from the scene were played.
I want you to get a clean cloth and apply direct pressure to where you're bleeding from, okay?
And Magalhães has pleaded guilty to manslaughter charges and has agreed to cooperate. She is taking the stand again today. Banfield, though, has pleaded not guilty to aggravated murder in both deaths and could face life in prison if convicted. But so many twists with this particular story.
So many turns and so many details there. Wow. Thank you, Morgan, for breaking that down for us. Okay, let's go to a reality check. And inflation and affordability after President Trump's speech yesterday in Michigan touting his record on the economy. Elizabeth Schulze is going to break down the numbers for us. Elizabeth, hey.
Hey, Rhiannon. So President Trump is touting what he calls an economic boom, saying that inflation has been defeated. Well, new government data shows that the inflation rate is holding steady. Prices are up 2.7% from last year, so that is not as bad as that 9% inflation rate we saw back in 2022, but it also does not mean that inflation has stopped. In other words, prices aren't going up as fast as they were, but they are still going up, and you can really see this in the cost of essential day-to-day expenses. Utility gas bills have spiked 11% in the past year, electricity prices rising 7%, the cost of getting your car repaired 5% more expensive, daycare costs also up 5%, and grocery prices did jump last month. They're up 2.5% in the past year. So when you put all of this together, Moody's Analytics says households are spending an extra $184 a month compared to this time last year, almost $600 more per month compared to 3 years ago, Rhiannon.
Yeah, people really still feeling the pain of those prices. When can people see prices come down?
You know, the reality is that once prices go up, we often do not see them go back down. Retailers will try to keep price levels where they are until they see people are not buying their products. There are some categories where prices dropped in the past year. Gas prices is a good example. They're down 3.5%. Airfares and hotel prices are also lower over the past year. And egg prices have plummeted 20% in a year. But at the same time, we are seeing the cost of other staples like coffee, ground beef, still near record highs. Just one tip to keep in mind at the grocery store, check the very top and bottom shelves. A lot of retailers will put the products they want you to buy at eye level, so you might find better prices and cheaper generic brands down low or way up high. And if you decide to go shopping when the store is about to close, you can maybe land discounts on those fresh foods that the store wants to get rid of. Janae.
Those are some really great takeaways, Elizabeth. Hadn't thought about those.
Especially
Easy to
like
do.
looking up or down.
Or down, yeah. Good stuff. All right, thank you, Elizabeth. Now to the latest on the ongoing nurse strike here in New York City. Rhiannon, you've been on this story since it began on Monday. No signs yet of it letting up.
No, it is day 3 of this nursing strike. It is the largest in New York City history, by the way. Nurses are back out on the picket line today. Tuesday, both sides traded barbs, but sadly, no progress. The union says one of the hospitals involved, Mount Sinai, illegally fired 3 nurses because of the strike, but the hospital says those nurses were sabotaging strike training by deliberately hiding supplies so that agency nurses wouldn't be able to find them. The strike involves 3 hospital systems. They implemented backup plans. They did hire hundreds of temporary nurses, telling patients not to delay or avoid getting medical treatment, but that they might have to cancel some voluntary procedures. Mount Sinai says 20% of its regular nurses are still working and did not join the picket line. Still, the work stoppage hits at a time with high number of flu cases all across the country, including here in New York City. So that is causing a lot of concern if this strike were to continue. Now, New York Presbyterian says the union's wage increases are unrealistic, amounting to a roughly 25% wage increase over the next 3 years. They also denied union claims that it is trying to eliminate health benefits for nurses. A similar strike 3 years ago ended after 3 days with a raise. I was out there for the first 2 days, and the nurses I spoke with said that they were not confident a deal was going to happen anytime soon because negotiations appear to have stalled at this point, guys.
Okay, so we'll see what happens, Rhiannon. All right, still coming up here on GMA3, Will Gans is here with what's poppin' in pop news, including the next act for 2 wickedly talented stars.
We are back now with pop news and our favorite, Will Gans.
Okay, I've been feeling a little distant over here. Emotional support, thank you, I'll take it. You guys, we begin with a reunion that's positively osmopolitan. Where do Ariana Grande and Jonathan Bailey go after their award-winning runs in the Wicked movies? To the stage, of course, the duo sharing a photo on Instagram with the caption, "All it has to be is good," seemingly confirming that they will star in a revival of the Stephen Sondheim musical, Sunday in the Park with George. It's about the artist who painted that painting that they were looking at. This will mark Ariana's first run in a stage musical since 2008 when her career began on Broadway. This musical is rumored to start its run in London's West End next year, where Johnny Bailey already earned himself an Olivier Award for his work in another Sondheim musical, Company. Getting tickets for this is going to be a bloodbath. Yeah, those two in a musical limited run, but so excited to see that.
That'll be good.
Can't wait for that. Next to Leonardo DiCaprio and the performance that's taking Hollywood by storm. Am I talking about One Battle After Another?
No.
I will in a minute. It's this other moment from a commercial break of the Golden Globes that's going absolutely viral.
This is so funny.
Who's he talking to?
Okay, so allegedly he's talking to his co-star Tiana Taylor, where she was excited about the K-pop artist that was on stage. But someone on TikTok said he's creating 100 memes in 30 seconds. Meanwhile, Leo picked up a Best Actor award at last night's National Board of Review Awards, and one battle after another was named Best Film. And in other awards news, Indy the dog won Best Performance in a Horror or Thriller at the Astra Awards this week. He beat out Ethan Hawke and Alison Brie, which, if you're a human actor losing awards to dogs, I don't know how that's going to affect the ego. But Leo might have some serious competition from Timothée Chalamet and maybe Indy the dog when Oscar nominations are announced on GMA on January 22nd. And of course, the 98th Oscars air Sunday, March 15th at 7 p.m. right here on
Can you
ABC.
imagine if they nominated a dog for the Oscars?
And you're the sixth choice?
Well, that
You'd never see me
like
again.
A couple years ago, there was that dog Messi who was making the rounds at all the parties as like a campaign ploy.
And the dog that was in The Artist. So, you know, dogs have...
And Air Bud.
Throwing it all the way back.
Air Buds.
Yes. I don't know that there was a lot of Oscar buzz around Air Bud, but...
Maybe not in your house.
There should have been. You're right. And finally, speaking of dogs, meet Bear, the 10-year-old pit bull who is an official master of disguise. He snuck into the annual Goldens in Golden Meetup in Golden, Colorado. So this is where golden retrievers go, but Bear threw on a wig and, you know, snuck into the party.
Adorable.
In fact, not a single golden retriever batted an eye. He played innocently with the other dogs and spent a few hours enjoying the golden lifestyle, his owner joking around online that no one suspected a thing. According to Bear's owner, Remy, she wanted to go to the Goldens in Golden Festival but felt bad leaving Bear at home, so she ordered him a dog wig on the internet. And those photos from last year's meetup remind you that Remy crushed it online. Goldens in Goldens meetup for this year coming up on Saturday, February 7th.
Archie should go.
With
Archie
a wig.
should throw on a
We
wig.
have a wig. I have a Dolly Parton wig for him.
No
So.
excuse.
Yeah.
Of course you do. Coming up, Deals and Steals. Tori Johnson brings us big savings on kitchen and home necessities, starting at just $7. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. It is day 2 of Kitchen and Home Deals and Steals. Tori Johnson is here with essentials for a New Year's refresh. All of these products, of course, come from small businesses. Matt's at home.
Oh yeah, so for the kitchen, this is Gel Pro. It's the Elite Comfort Mat, and it's one of the easiest ways to just help reduce that fatigue and discomfort that comes from your feet, legs, back, from standing so long in the kitchen. It's this really great combination. It's a gel and memory foam, so you can see you and I are wearing inappropriate shoes. Don't step on this.
Do not cook in these, my friends.
Will could go right across it. Yeah, Henry used to say, like, we should have the whole studio outfitted with Gel Pro. So it really is easy on your back. And then we have their brand new Safari collection. You asked if I chose to coordinate. It was not intentional, but I am always happy to help. All from Gel Pro, 50% off. Really fabulous for the kitchen. Okay, so these are eco bags. Small but really mighty. So teeny bag, but it stretches to hold
I mean, I know
so
that's fake
much.
But
it is fake fruit, by the way. Otherwise, I would probably
be like,
give
it's
away
fake.
the magic
But
trick,
the reality is these hold so much stuff in them, and they're unbelievably durable. So whether you're going to the farmer's market, the grocery store, just carting around a couple of extra things that you need, we've got a variety of sizes, long-lasting, great option to replace disposable paper and plastic. All 50% off. They start at $7 and free shipping.
Free shipping.
They hold a lot of stuff.
They do hold a lot. Okay, Kichi, making their GMA Deals debut. Bamboo cutting boards. These are great for both food prep as well as serving. Nice, durable. They look good in the kitchen. And then probably my favorite thing from this company, though, is this adjustable bread knife. So what it allows you to do, yes, you can adjust this here so that if you want to have perfectly sliced, if you're one of those people who
when you make bread at home.
Yes, so when you make bread at home or when you buy a whole life and you want to slice and you want to make sure that your slices are perfectly even, thin or thick, your choice. So everything here, awesome for the kitchen and all slashed in half.
I made bread at home last weekend, so I'm going to take that with me.
Were you influenced by Taylor Swift?
By TikTok.
Oh, there you go. Okay, well, where was it for us? I don't recall you bringing any in for us.
I didn't.
Okay.
Being bought by the mannequin in this room.
You got the mannequin there. Okay, bed scrunchie. So, do you know like how annoying it is when you wake up and the sheets are all wrinkled, they've come off your bed? This forces the sheets to stay so perfectly on your mattress and it's the easiest thing. You have these little clips, we just showed it right there, these little clips that will go around your fitted sheets that will go then right onto the mattress. You pull a little string.
Oh, look, that's not
you
going
never,
anywhere.
Exactly. You never have to lift the mattress, and then you get that hotel quality, perfectly made bed every single day, which that's what everybody wants, right?
Yes.
Plus, you get these really fabulous hotel quality robes as well. Everything from bed scrunchies / up to 62% savings today
what a
for
deal.
us. Okay, how about some dryer balls? This is Smart Sheep. So not only are they absolutely adorable,
I love this.
right, little pups?
My kids would love these.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll help with the laundry.
Maybe they'll help with the laundry. They're a great alternative to dryer sheets, which there's no scent to them. They help to dry all of your laundry faster, so you save time and energy, and then less static, also less wrinkles. These are great. They come in sets of 6. Everything's slashed in half on Smart Sheep.
Oh, you can spray
These
those.
are scented.
Yes, those are scented. So
You
if
can spray
wanna
these
put a
on
little
here.
essential oil spray on there, you
cool.
can. And then
You got the whole
finally, a
thing.
scale for your bathroom. We've got
Yes.
a big variety of scales, from simple one number to lots of data that will sync with a smart app. Depending on how much information you want or don't want, we've got a scale for you, and they're all up to 63% off.
Good stuff, Tori. We've partnered with these companies on these great products. You can get them at gmadeals.com. Coming up, Chef Jamie Oliver here to help us make dessert.
Welcome back to GMA3.
Welcome back to GMA3. We have a big day on GMA tomorrow. One of our favorites, Sean Hayes, will be here. He's going to talk about the premiere of a one-man show he's in. It's unlike anything he's done before. It's a thriller called The Unknown. He's going to tell us about that and so much more.
And award season is heating up. Tomorrow we'll reveal the host of the Oscar nominations. It's a GMA exclusive. It's always interesting to see who the Academy picks to make the announcements that the movie world gets up very early to hear.
Love award season. And we're going to go from Hollywood to Florida as we celebrate 50 states in 50 weeks, from the Magic Kingdom of Walt Disney World to the beauty under the sea. We'll show you what makes the Sunshine State so special. It's all happening tomorrow, Will.
That is a big day tomorrow and a big day right here, right now on GMA3, because we are joined by Chef Jamie Oliver.
Good morning.
We are thrilled you're here, Jamie. You're cooking with us for the next few days. Your new cookbook is called Eat Yourself Healthy.
Oh, look at that.
And so Jamie is here to show us right now how to make some desserts that are delicious and within the realm of healthy. And that is very exciting. I have a major sweet tooth, so this is like so far up my alley. But before we start cooking and I start eating, tell us about this cookbook, Eat Yourself Healthy. What's the premise and what's inside?
Look, I've written many cookbooks, but for me, I was 50 this year. I wanted to do something that really helped the public make more good choices, make it really easy. So from shopping to cooking to eating, like, you know, I studied nutrition about 10 years ago, spent 2.5 years going to parts of the world where people live the longest, the blue zones. And I really wanted to kind of put all of that information into one book with delicious recipes, breakfasts, brunches, lunches, dinners. I didn't want to do dessert. I didn't want to do
You
dessert.
said your team really pushed it.
My team bullied me to do this chapter, and they were right.
Yeah, we're very excited about
they were right.
But there's also a TV series to go along with the book.
There is, yes. No, I've got my own channel, which is amazing. So if you've got a Freeview channel, you'll be able to find the Jamie Oliver channel, and that series is running right now. It's a really nice series, and hopefully it just makes life cooking delicious food that's good for you a little bit easier.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're ready for a sweet treat. We're
Okay.
making tahini pretzel yogurt bar.
Yes.
The yogurt's the base. How do we get started?
I'm going to start at the end. So look, basically, this is what you end up with,
at that.
which is basically a plank of gorgeousness.
Yeah.
Right. So these are contrasting flavors, and you can just crack these off.
Oh, you sure can.
And take them out. They're obviously amazing. Sold, you know, served, not sold. You can sell them if you want to, but you serve them frozen like that. Please try. They're delicious. How can it possibly be healthy? Let me explain. Look, one of the big problems with desserts is they're full of sugar and full of fat. So let's just think about that. So I'm taking beautiful Greek yogurt and I'm lacing that with vanilla extract. And then I'm basically putting that onto some greaseproof paper like that. Just put it across. You can do it badly, it's fine. Okay. Then you can kind of load it with dried fruit. I've got some beautiful dates here. These are kind of like toffee-like and kind of got a nice chew. You can kind of make up any dried fruit you like. Then I've got some pretzels here. So just break those
break
up.
them up and do whatever?
Yeah, and we're all still within the realms of healthy. And of course, what I've got here is a high percentage of cocoa solids chocolate that I've just melted over a little bowl of water. And you take that chocolate, that's 70, 80%, and then basically just put it everywhere.
I can do that for sure. You were doing a lot of jerking around.
If only you had a camera from behind. There's some serious action going on here.
Yeah, it's all in the hips
And
when
if
you're
we don't
drizzling
have pretzels and dates,
Absolutely.
it's easy to substitute things in.
Absolutely. And then here's tahini. So think about peanut butter, but made with sesame seeds. Again, really heart-healthy fats. Incredible, right? So we're going to take a little bit of that and again do that kind of Jackson Pollock. I can see I've changed you for life now. So in the freezer, goes solid. That's what you get. Honestly, it's not really dessert. It's a kind of nice, sweet little treat.
It's like a snack.
Yeah,
let's
it's
switch
really
back.
delicious.
Over
And
here, guys.
now you have something for chocolate lovers, which we love.
So chocolate pots is one of my wife's favourite things. And by all means, have a little taste as we go.
Yes.
It's really delicious. It's fresh chocolate orange. It's a brilliant
There's
combination.
tofu in
That's
here,
for you, my
right?
love. Absolutely. So we think of tofu as it's like, and instead of meat, you go for tofu. In Japan, that's not the way. I travelled to Okinawa. I was taught how to make tofu by a master, right? And it's got the same ritual and elegance as buffalo mozzarella, right? So what they do is they make it from the edamame beans. You can have silken or the textured stuff. I'm going to take some of this beautiful tofu. You can get it in American supermarkets easy. We're going to go in with some beautiful dates again. Dates are an amazing way to kind of have that kind of toffee, fudgy-like flavour. You've got sugars in there that are natural, but you've got minerals, vitamins, you've got fibre. So that goes in. So we're kind of hacking the system.
Yeah, really.
And then we're going to go in with a little bit of orange or clementine zest. Right?
Just the
I
zest.
love so this is a combo, right? And then we just whiz it up. Now, once we've whizzed it up, stand back, my love.
Okay.
You've got a lovely dressing you got. So we're going to get that to go super, super fine. I'm going to put some cocoa in there. Again, with the cocoa, chocolate is incredibly healthy, right? So we put 4 teaspoons of that in there. And because you've got the natural sugars, like what you end up making is an incredibly healthy dessert.
Okay, so how do you serve it up?
So from here, what we do, thank you very much. From here, we top it off with some yogurt. I've got some nice little preserved cherries here. I've just taken the liberty of taking some skin off the oranges. Again, you got the fresh. And what do you think, guys? I mean, you've had a
It's
little
amazing.
try.
I've basically done.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And then we just finish it with some cracked hazelnuts, but you could change any nuts you want. And there you go.
You can really taste the zest in there.
Yeah, you can put those in the fridge. You can have them there for a week. Like my wife absolutely loves them. When they go in the fridge, they set hard in a nice kind of way. And again, it's just that nice hit of chocolate when you fancy
And
it.
the final message to your team for convincing you to do this chapter.
Thank you, team, for
There you
convincing
go.
me to do this chapter.
And thank you, Jamie Oliver, for being with us here all week. We appreciate you. We appreciate this delicious food and the lesson on the drizzling. I will take that with me. And you can take these recipes with you. Go to goodmorningamerica.com. Jamie's new cookbook, Eat Yourself Healthy, is available now, and he will be back tomorrow with even more delicious recipes. Looking forward to that, and looking forward to this coming up. It's the 20th anniversary of High School Musical. We're celebrating with director Kenny Ortega and star Monique Coleman. Stay where you are.
What's your favorite recipe in the new book?
Welcome back. We are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Disney's High School Musical. It quickly became a global phenomenon with a soundtrack that was 2006's best-selling album. And we are joined by director, choreographer Kenny Ortega and star Monique Coleman. Thank you both for being here.
We're so happy to be here.
So exciting. Kenny, take us back to when you first knew that High School Musical was going to be a hit.
Oh. There was a moment, we were shooting the finale of We're All in This Together.
Yeah.
We were in the gymnasium, we had the cast, we had the cheerleaders, dancers, band, the crowd, cameras, lights, and I called playback, and the music blared through the speakers, and I pulled away from my monitors and looked into the room. And it just spoke to me, and at the moment spoke to me, and I realized that we had accomplished something at that moment that was powerful and important.
Monique, what do you remember about that moment, about Kenny directing that song that really, I mean, it's a phenomenon.
Absolutely.
We all remember that.
Well, what you all got to see was the expression of what Kenny actually came over to us and said. it was like the halftime speech of all halftime speeches. He came over to us and he really expressed what that moment was like for him, and he told us that he had worked on a little movie called Dirty Dancing, and that in this
Maybe
moment,
you've heard of it?
yeah, exactly. And we were all like, iconic. But he just pulled us in and just really told us that this was not just about singing the best or dancing the most perfect, but that this was an opportunity that if we showed our hearts, that as long as marketing did what they were supposed to do, that we really did have something super special on our hands, and that we had one moment to get the shot with the confetti, and so no one could be out of place, and it was a really just iconic, special moment that was just so intimate. That
there were a
stayed with
lot
us
of
forever.
one-shot only.
Yes, yes, there were a lot of
budget
one-shot.
reasons and for time
Yes.
reasons, we had to get.
Yeah.
And we did.
We
and
did.
we over and over we did because of you and the cast and the incredible crew that we had. Everybody was just so involved and invested and shared in the same passion that I did.
Well, you nailed it, and 20 years later, here we are still celebrating it. And High School Musical, in what way, Kenny, did it lay the groundwork for other franchises like Descendants, Camp Rock, and so on?
Well, some people said, well, it awakened an audience. There was an audience out there waiting, that was thirsty for this kind of entertainment, and that that the Disney Channel already had them all on board.
Right.
So when High School Musical premiered, the marketing, the previews captured that audience, and domestically first, and then all over the world, and it just the whole planet just became aware of it. There hasn't been a place I've ever traveled to in all these 20 years where someone hasn't walked up to me and said thank you.
Yeah.
It was life-changing. It helped me, fall in love with myself. It empowered me. It made me believe in my dreams, my possibilities, and so it was more than music, more than entertaining, more than choreography. It was an inspirational piece, I think, for many young people.
And Monique, 20 years later, when people come up to you, do they start singing "We're all in this together"? What do they say to you?
You know what's funny is they say you raised me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of people say that you raised me or you were my childhood, and I think to exist in that space in people's minds is something that is so special because they've now grown up and they are the decision makers. They are the ones that are able to give us opportunities, and I also get the same sentiment where people say, I became an actor, or I knew that this was something that I could do because I saw you do it, and you inspired us to, believe that we could do more than one thing at the same time.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
It really is.
We're all craving nostalgia, and we like things that remind us of our youth.
Yes.
Could we see a reunion and see what they're up to all these years later? Could that ever happen, you think, Kenny?
I don't know, but I know that the movies are still working.
Yeah.
Those that watched it all those years ago, 20 years ago, now have kids that are watching it, and I've been told that over and over again. So I think it still sustains. I think it's a timeless piece that will outlive us all.
Would you do a reunion?
Would I? Yes. Yes.
Okay.
If I had all of these beautiful souls back, you bet. But I also believe that what we have still has legs and still works, and so whatever is to be.
Yeah. But when you've got lightning in a bottle like that, it's hard to not last the way that this has. So thank you both for the work that you did and for being here to talk about it.
We were here at the very beginning,
Yes,
20 years ago
this
with
is where it
me.
started.
Yeah.
Good
Thank you
memory.
for all of your love and support and continuing to bring us back and celebrate our franchise. Thank you.
Congrats on 20 years. Amazing.
Thank you.
Well, Disney Plus celebrates the 20th anniversary of High School Musical with a dedicated non-stop feed now streaming. And still coming up here in GMA3, Will Gans is looking very cozy. He's bringing us ABC Secret Savings about being comfy and getting better. Oh, there he is, getting better sleep.
Mannequin challenge.
We are back now with ABC Secret Savings. Will Gans is back with everything you need to be comfy, cozy, and to get better rest, which we all need, right, Will?
Exactly, yeah. Let's start with Word Warriors. This is loungewear, and you'll be able to wear words that comfort you. Word Warriors pajama sets, reversible sweatshirts, and more. They're made with premium fabrics and carefully chosen words designed to bring joy and healing. And you'll save 30% on meaningful pieces from this small business, which is so nice. The brand was actually started by a young mom who survived cancer. So the words really are more than just words. They represent something.
Yeah, love that. They're nice and soft.
And worthy of support.
And they're cute. All right, moving on to Pluffle. Will, I know this is a fave of yours. So this is a cooling body pillow and blanket. You can relax with the Huggle cooling body pillow. It's filled with a blend of memory foam and microfiber. It'll conform to your body while you sleep and support you in all of the places where you might get a little achy throughout the day. Your neck, your knees, your lower back, wherever you need it, it's there for you. And you'll save 62% plus get free shipping right now.
Good.
Yes. All right, moving right along to Sleep Zone. This is bedding. Let's talk cooling sheets that are soft, breathable,
stretchy,
and durable. They're also moisture wicking and fast drying. The mattress pad is, so it'll keep you cool and dry when you are sleeping overnight. You'll get 30 to 60% off right now, starting at just $22.
Isn't that a nice
It is. And I love the colors too. Okay, this is a fan fave. Yes, me too. All right, so this is Nuzzy. So sometimes when you have a weighted blanket, it's so heavy and it traps the heat, and you're just like,
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Please, I was hoping for an excuse to put this on. Exactly. But with these knit weighted blankets, it's breathable, but you still get that emotional support that comes with a weighted blanket. You can choose from 12 to 28 pounds. It's a calming therapeutic weight that's not going to trap all that heat in like we were talking about earlier. We also have this style.
I know, do I look like Prince Akeem from Coming to America?
You sure
look like
do.
Frank Lucas.
Never looked better, by the way. Today you'll save 45% off this selection from Nuzzy, plus free shipping.
These are so comfortable.
And last but certainly not
Dude
least,
robe.
Dude robe.
Yeah.
Bro.
Hey, let's not be discriminatory against bros or dudes.
No,
As a
never,
bro and a
never.
dude.
We're hooking dudes up today is what we're doing here. So what's great about these robes and sweatshirts and shorts is that it has the sweatshirt material on the outside, and then on the inside it feels like a terry cloth. Yes,
Oh, nice.
which is so great. There's also a hidden pocket on the inside so you can keep your phone. The belt is attached so you'll never lose the belt like you might on other robes and styles. Plus you can make it a set, put it with shorts, put it with pants. You'll feel comfy, you'll feel cozy. Today you'll save 40% on all of these things.
I might need to take some of these home. I'm big into as soon as I get home, like outside clothes
Oh my gosh,
are off
yes.
and indoor clothes are on.
Immediately. Thank you, Will. We are ready for bed now.
There you
I'm
go.
tired. We partner with these companies on these huge savings. You can get them by scanning the QR code on your screen, or you can go to abcsecretsavings.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Thank you for being in it together with us today. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching. That was the reference I was making.
Check out what you need to know anytime on Disney Plus. Have a great day.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.